And welcome back to the end of the week of What If, Part 7 of What If Naruto had befriended Kurama early on. Last time, we left off on the invasion in Elite, Kurama showing up finally and whooping the ass of his younger brother. Now, two things to just address real quickly. Someone basically said that, yes, Seijimo Jiraiya would beat Orochimaru, and that, yes, Orochimaru should be killed through decapitation, provided he hadn't done something to prevent that otherwise. But he also didn't. He also believed that Orochimaru wouldn't simply sit there and take a beating. He would pretty much have dropped the curse of the seal, the barrier, and had gotten out of there. And that would probably be true. But here's the thing: in combat, things happen so fast that you aren't really able to react in time. And I think that's probably what would have happened here. On an ongoing conversation, though, that me and my viewer are having. Not necessarily in the comments per se, but back and forth with our ideas. They mentioned that the reason they believe Shikaku is stronger than say Matabi or Isobe is due to his rivalry with Kurama. Here's the thing: with like ninjas, I can understand a rivalry makes you stronger, but when you say the rivalry with Kurama, you're not really explaining beyond that. That's why I'm not understanding where you think Shikaku's stronger. Because he has a rivalry with Kurama? I'm just wanting to understand how you believe the rivalry makes Shikaku stronger. Because tail beasts don't train. So, I mean, that's actually a very good question. Do we think tail beasts train? And if they did train, would they get stronger? I mean, chakra is, spiritual and life and physical energy, and they're beings of chakra. So in theory, they should be able to train and get stronger. That is a very interesting question now that I think about it. But there's no evidence to suggest that. That's the thing. So I wouldn't use that as gospel for an argument. But I'm not trying to argue against the idea that maybe Shikaku has other means to be temporarily stronger than Isobe and Matabi. I'm not understanding, at least in terms of a tail beast, how the rivalry makes Shikaku stronger than his two siblings, who do in fact have more chakra than he does. That's the part I'm not quite getting, because the chakra alone puts Shikaku at a disadvantage against his siblings. Add on to the fact that Matabi has intense fire jutsu, and him being made of sand, that also puts him at a disadvantage. And then Isobe has, I can't remember, is it Isobe or Sobu? The Three Tails is already now 2 grades of a grade above Matabi, already has more chakra than Shikaku. So again, I'm not really trying to argue, I'm just trying to understand your perspective on it. That's all. Regardless, Orochimaru did meet his end at the end of Saratobi being sealed away. And so the day is shaved, but at what cost? Then we would catch up after the death of the third, the funeral of the third. Everyone's mourning, everyone's doing their own thing. And the elders come in and basically say, Jiraiya, you are the one who's been chosen. You are the one who's the best qualified to supersede Saratobi. You must be the next Hokage. And Jiraiya did remember what Saratobi said. And he stops and he's like, look, I know you want me as the third Hokage, but I'm not cut out for the job. The third knew that, and the only reason the third said it is because I was the only one available. So, so the third did pass it on his will. Then there is no better candidate. Wait, hold on. If you're looking for a Sani to be the Hokage, there's still one other one out there. Tsunade. No one's seen Tsunade in over a decade. And you really think you can find it? Absolutely I can. I just have one little request for that. And obviously he's saying he's going to take Naruto. Naruto, meanwhile, is actually helping out. I think one of the things Naruto in this version is doing is being a little bit more pragmatic, using clones to help out. Even, now everyone saw the Jinchuriki, had chakra around him, the fox chakra. And some of the kids that were now no longer afraid of him are like, could we see it? It's like, oh, you want to, oh, that? I mean, I guess, sure, hold on. And it's like, whoa, he's cool. It's like he's on fire. And Naruto's like, this is different. And even the fox like, yeah, look, it is. I mean, I'm not a party trick to be pulled out all the time, kid, but I must admit, this is better than what we were used to dealing with. Oh, Naruto, it's good to see you. Oh, hey, Kakashi Sensei, turns it off. And like, I've just been looking around for you. Just want to be sure you were just doing your part. Oh, yeah, I've been missing helping rebuild. And he sees a bunch of clones helping rebuild a lot of builds. I see. Well, good to know you've been making use, even without your sensei's the guidance. Oh, come on, Sensei, I'll always need you. By the way, we have a mission or something? Oh, maybe you could teach me the Chidori? And then even the fox is like, oh, God, he'll never change. It's like, no, I can't. Well, I mean, you've gotten so strong, Naruto, you could easily beat me. I don't think I could ever. I have much stuff to train. Oh, come on, Kakashi Sensei, please. No, go back off. And Kakashi like, oh, man. It's like, you can't get away from me, Kakashi Sensei. I can sense where you. And all of a sudden, he makes a couple shadow glows. Like, crap. I was like, it's Kakashi now. What's wrong? Kakashi avoiding you? And I was like, oh, hey there, Perfect Sage. Oh, will you stop calling me that? Will you stop being one? Never. Then Perfect Sage. Anyway, if you're looking to actually get some training in, I have a little job for you, Naruto. Oh, we have to go track down an old friend of mine. We see we're in need of Hokage. She's the perfect candidate for it. Wait, perfect candidate? Hokage? Really? Well, I mean, I've got Kurama's chakra down. I could totally be Hokage. It's like, kid, we've only been training for less than a month. I don't think you're really ready to be Hokage. We can hardly say you've mastered my chakra. You've gotten good in a short time, but you've hardly mastered it. Oh, come on. Not even though you definitely got the power for it, kid, you lack the experience and the maturity. You're still a couple years off from even being considered to be Hokage. Besides, you need more variety in your arsenal. I can teach you a really cool technique along the way. All right, cool, awesome. And just rushes off. Oh, man, he really won't ever change. So him and Naruto are off to find Lady Tsunade. The entire Itachi Kisame thing would happen exactly the same. They go into the village. Kakashi gets KO'd, so forth and so on. Jiraiya leaves Naruto alone in the hotel room. And Naruto and Kurama just like, ugh. That's like, well, still, we can train in your mindscape for a time being. All right, cool. They're duking it out in the mindscape. When they hear a knock on the door, it's like, it's about time. And they get up before stopping and sensing, whoa. It's like, yeah, kid, I sense it too. I don't know who's behind that door, but it's not anyone good. So it's like, no, it's like, please open the door. It's like, that's not the Perfect Sage voice. Yeah, 1 minute. I was masturbating. It's like, what? And everyone's like, what? And even Kisame and Itachi, that's not something you would announce. And Naruto quickly makes a clone, pops out, and just goes, gotta find the Perfect Sage right now. So you should, right now. And Kisame and Itachi basically just blast the door down. It's like, yeah, you don't say something like, kid, look, kid, there's a bit of decorum and manners there. And Naruto's just standing there, and he's in his fox cloak ready to fight. You're like, there's certain things you just don't say. Anyway, Naruto, you'll be coming with us. It's like, I don't know who you are, but it's like Sharingan. Wait, could he be? It's like, this kid's got the rumors are true. This kid's definitely got a handle on the fox's chakra. I don't think I've seen something like this. And all of a sudden, Naruto has to dodge the shuriken only for Samahada to come and absorb the chakra and eat the chakra off of that. And before poofing out, is a shadow. Oh, so that's why you attacked me. Yes, this is just a shadow clone. The real Naruto's gone. We definitely have to look for him. And Naruto's trying to sense where Jiraiya is, but there's so much chaos in the city, and he can still sense the other two. And the chakra that Kisame had is huge. In fact, it's a good question. Itachi does not believe Kisame could beat Jiraiya. And we know just how much chakra Kisame has. That implies Jiraiya has, we know Jiraiya has a shit ton of chakra, but that implies Jiraiya has way more chakra than even we consider. But anyway, I know he finds like, he's over there. It's like, going somewhere, Naruto, and like, crap. I must admit, the clone diversion was a good trick. Adding the fox's chakra in there was a nice touch. It took me a minute to realize it wasn't the real you. And I gotta admit this, your chakra's pretty tasty. Samahada's a big fan. Now, Naruto, you're going to come with us. You know, even with the fox's chakra on your side, you would not be able to defeat us, which really isn't true. If Naruto were to go full Biju mode and just throw a tail beast bomb at them, he probably could just waste them. Kisame actually is arguably the tougher one to deal with. Itachi, he can just neg the Genjutsu with the fox's chakra because he perfect Jinchuriki, he can neg a lot of Genjutsu. But Kisame, because he can absorb chakra, is definitely harder to deal with. Because he was about to beat Killer B, in all honesty. And Killer B, while not as strong as A-Tail's not as strong as Kurama, still was very much a powerful individual. And Naruto's got one thing on his side, these guys don't. And it's a crap. Shadow Clone Jutsu! So you picked the hard way, indeed. And he tries to put a Genjutsu under Naruto, who immediately gets put under and then poof, snaps out of it. And then Itachi's like, what? He broke out of it. And all of a sudden, he's cracked in the face. Kisame gets blasted back. It's like, ugh. And they're both, Itachi's in pain because Itachi's doesn't have a good physical constitution because of his illness. I don't know if he'd have one regardless, honestly. He's not, chakra-wise, it's even stated he doesn't have very good reserves. But Kasame's just like, that hurt. Oh, God, that kid's fast. And this chakra, this is not Stenner Jinchuriki chakra. It's something different about it. Something more pure and precise. And Naruto's like, I can't go all out. We're still in the village. We're still near the village. We freak them all out, and we might risk destroying things. It's like, no, you just have to do the best you can, kid. But just as he's about to go harder into these two, Jiraiya shows up. Jiraiya is here! And it's like, we must go now, Kasami. You're not going anywhere. And he creates the toad mouth trap, which, because they're not in a room, I wonder if they're just going to be like this dome and get consumed. Only for Itachi to basically blast them out with Amaterasu. Because he doesn't have to use Tsukuyomi here. Sasuke doesn't end up finding them. At least not until they end up leaving. It's like, Naruto! It's like, what's going on? What's going on here? I heard Itachi was back in the village. Oh, Sasuke. Yeah, don't worry. Itachi and Kisame showed up to cause a little trouble, but I was able to deal with them, no problem. I'm sounding a bit more like Guy here. I was able to deal with them, no problem. It's like, damn it, I lost my chance. It's all right, Sasuke. Just get stronger for the next time we see them. And Sasuke agrees with that, but he still was like, damn, I missed him. I almost had my chance to take him out. Look, Sasuke, you'll have more chances, definitely. But for now, right now, you need to go back and look after your sensei. From the little I heard, Kakashi isn't doing well. Which, to be fair, he wouldn't have heard. Maybe he ran into Guy along the way. Maybe that's it. And Guy said, "Don't worry, I'll take care of it." But regardless, go and take care of your sensei and Sakura and all that. We'll be fine. And so, Sasuke, all right, you're stuttering here or mumbling. Sasuke looks at Naruto like, you better not slack off because I'm gonna be at least twice as strong by the time you get back. So, and Naruto kind of just smiles like, bring it on, duck butt. And he's like, all right. And so Jiraiya finally shows him the Rasengan. Now, he wants to do two things here. He was like, okay, try learning the Rasengan, doing the Rasengan without the Fox Chakra, without it, and then with the Fox Chakra. And Naruto tries to break the balloon. Still can't really do it. His chakra control is better, but then getting Kurama's chakra, full access to it, probably shot his control a bit. He's got to reacclimate to that a bit. But beyond that, he's with Kurama's chakra, the powers just bursts it open. It's like, oh, well, he got that quick. But now keep doing it until you're able to do it on your own. And eventually Naruto gets it down, bursts the balloon on his own. Then the next step comes. Naruto struggles with it with his own chakra. And with the Fox chakra, again, just bursts open. Eventually, again, though, with Kurama kind of giving him some guidance and then focusing his chakra in one point, he does break it with one hand. Because his chakra control is a lot better here than it is in the original. And finally, as they're on their way to Tsunade, Naruto's trying to contain it. He can't, and he knows, he can't do it with one hand. But when he goes into the Fox chakra and makes the arms, it's easy as hell. And he can even make it like huge, big. And Jiraiya's kind of like going like, holy crap, he got it in like because Naruto would have been blitzing through this. He got it in less than a week. Unbelievable. But he can't seem to do it without the Fox at the moment. And he even says, Naruto, I want you to keep practicing without the Fox's chakra for right now. And he does. And he's getting better. But I think ultimately what he figures out to do here is just use two hands, and he ultimately does manage to do it with two hands for now. They ultimately end up at the bar that Tsunade was at, and they sit down. It's like, oh, old friend Jiraiya. So, what's an old acquaintance doing in a bar like this? Remember, Orochimaru's dead. Therefore, she hasn't had the offer from Orochimaru. It's like, and he explains that when there was an attack, Orochimaru. He had his village attack the Leaf. There were a lot of casualties, including the old man. To which Tsunade's eyes do go a little wide. It's like, so the old man Sarutobi finally bit the dust, huh? wasted his life protecting a village that wasn't worth it. It's like, and Naruto's like, what? It's like, you don't, it's like, come on, Hime, you don't mean that, do you? You don't really mean that. It's like, oh, don't I? Hokage, it's a fool's job, Jiraiya. You defend and you protect and you sacrifice all for what? For nothing. You're just a loser. It's a wasted position. I can't remember her exact lines. Me and my girlfriend are currently rewatching Naruto, and she's actually digging it, which is good. She had a little trouble getting on board, but now we're actually really into it. She's getting more into it. But, yeah, we're not at this part yet, so I'll have to refresh myself when it happens. But finally, Tsunade's just kind of like, she's saying everything, and finally Naruto's like, it's like, whoa, shut the hell up, you old woman. Who the hell do you think you are anyway? It's like, who the hell is this brat, Jiraiya? Yeah, Naruto Uzumaki, huh? Oh, Kushina's boy. Yeah. And the Jinchuriki, and he's the one who's got the 9 tails on the side of him, huh? He definitely looks more like his father than his mother, but he sounds more like his mother than his father. What do you want? It's like, what do you say? And I'm stuttering, but she'd probably be doing that too a little bit. She's a little drunk. It's like, what are you saying, Brad? You got something to say? I'm saying an old bag like you has no business being Hokage. Come on, Jiraiya, I'll be Hokage. It's like, you'll be Hokage, please. Chump like you, better than a sneering old woman who can't get past her own bull. It's like, you want to take this outside, little Brad? Bring it. And Jiraiya's like, all right. I'm so sorry. He's like, no, it's fine. If anything, this will be good practice for him. And she's like, what? All right, I don't need to dirty my hands like this, so one finger's all I'm going to need. Is that right, huh? And Naruto comes in, and she knows, he's fast. But it's like, please, you're going to have to do a lot better than that, kid. It's like, and then she comes in again, about to flick his forehead, but then he just activates his chakra cloak, and just, because he realized, like, I'm not going to be able to beat her without this. He's like, what? And then he comes in, and he cracks her. Because Naruto can move basically at light speeds at this point, whereas those levels of speed are very rare at this point in Naruto. In fact, practically non-existent. So, I said practically, by the way. So he comes in, and now, unfortunately, she's the physically toughest of the group, so she just really comes in, switches up, and just taps, and just, and he just, crap. And she, that hurt. What the hell? What kind of speed is that? I'm gonna kick your ass, old lady! And he just rushes in, and she actually has to dodge. Now, luckily, her reflexes are still that of a trained ninja. She is able to at least keep her guard up and not get too badly wrecked, and even predict where he's gonna come next. To the point where she finally just grabs him and just kind of puts him in the ground. It's like, crap! It's like, you want me to? No, we can't transform here. Because they're in an alley. They can't do that crap. But it's like, and just as he's like, but he just kind of smiled. It's like, what's so funny? Made you lose more than your finger. And she goes, son of it's like, and she just grabs like, fine, you win that, but you lose the fight. Crap! And she's about to go on the ground again, almost launched, but he quickly braces himself. With like some Kurama, and they're ready to go, and he just creates a Rasengan with Kurama. You ready? You want to play rough? Okay, let's play rough. And it's like, what? It's like that technique. It's like, and Jiraiya finally steps in, just kind of trips, like, face plants. It's like, what the hell, Perry Sage? Why'd you do that? Come on, kid. You know that would have been too much. Not to say she couldn't survive it, but that was going a little overboard. I was thinking he's the one who started it all. That's right, and I'm the one finishing it. Now chill, and now calm back down and just go to side. Tsunade's just kind of like, what the hell? And I'm sure he was said at some point, because the Hokage, to be unlike you, I admire them. That is my dream to be Hokage. I'm sure he told her that. It's like, Jiraiya, why did you teach that kid that jutsu to someone who could never master it? All right, we're low on battery, so I gotta wrap this up. And I say, hey, really? You look pretty good to me. You know he was using the Fox's chakra that I'm talking about on his own. Well, then, tell you what. It's like, I've almost got done. Just give me 3 days. I'll give you a week. I'll even throw my necklace. But if you lose, I get to keep everything in Froggy. It's like, you! So he trains, and in a week he does get it down. And it's like, damn it. And to which Naruto even says, It's like, no, tell you what, let's make a deal. You win, I win. You agree to be Hokage. I think maybe Jiraiya makes a side bet with her or something like that. I think that's actually the way it goes. He makes the side bet, and you have that. And she even says, "You have that much faith in him? You don't see the resemblance, do you? You hit Milwaukee, Don. That kid's a spitting image of him. More physically for Milwaukee and morally like Don. The dreams never died. They just changed hands. Maybe it's time you need to respect that." Because that's the thing. Really, what she's been doing is disrespecting her brother and lover by wallowing in this instead of trying to continue on with her dream. Maybe not trying to become a Hokage, but just to usher in the new age and the new era. And she hates what he said for that and wants to hit him, but she laments that he is right. Like seeing Naruto, seeing this youth and vibrance in that dream again, and she laments he's right. And so when Naruto shows he did it, she reluctantly agrees, like, fine, you got me. It's like, wait, what? And it's like, yeah, I made a little side bet with her. If you could learn that in a week, she'd agree to be okay. But she's like, you just can't, Brat. I've already accepted this. Besides, and she just looks at him again. Besides, and she just looks at him and just kind of like, besides, maybe there's a little hope left in this world after all. And she laments, and they agree. She agrees to come back with him. Now, you might be saying this is easy, and to be honest, I am kind of wrapping it up quick because my battery's about to go. But yeah, ultimately, I do think she agrees to come through some trickery, but also seeing Naruto and having a little bit of faith restored in him. So anyway, I digress. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Week of Who Would Win starts tomorrow.